I'll start by saying that Hilyard Scott, age 34, has been booked into the Pinal County Jail on aggravated assault, kidnapping, and armed robbery. Formal charges are expected later on today when all of our documents have been submitted to the prosecutor's office. A little historical background. December 23rd, there was an assault that took place at the Casa de Topaz apartments. As that case was being investigated, on the 25th of December, the Pratt case became a matter for us. The detectives from the Casa Grande Police Department and the Special Enforcement Unit, as detectives do, they sit down, they talk and discuss things, and they started seeing some similarities between Casa de Topaz and the Pratt investigation. These similarities took us to start looking at Mr. Hilyard Scott. Certain amounts of evidence and photos from various different areas, one being Circle K and some other things, kept steering us towards Mr. Scott. Eventually, as you well know, we were, with the assistance of Phoenix PD and the recovery of Mr. Pratt's vehicle, able to get closer to Mr. Scott and ultimately make the arrest through that agency. Mr. Pratt, many of you have spoken with him. He's getting better every day. And I'm opening up to questions now.
Do you have a new suspect in custody?
A new suspect?
No.
No, still Mr. Hilyard Scott.
Did Mr. Scott say why he attacked why he attacked him, and what his intentions were, anything like that? Was it a personal vendetta? It seemed like it was such a vicious attack.
Again, when I referred to the similarities in the cases between Casa de Topaz and the Pratt case, both victims were beaten quite severely, which again kept us focused towards Mr. Scott. When his name and we were able to recover a photo of him again from Circle K and identified by our officers as Mr. Hilyard Scott, and then we proceeded down that case. To answer your question, did he say why? No. He has made certain incriminating statements to our detectives, but those will have to be held for until the prosecutor reviews the case.
Has Mr. Scott been arrested for drug offenses or anything here in Casa Grande?
Drug offense? I don't know.
Any other offenses?
With some assault. And as I understand from the detectives, there is an extensive record.
Robbery was motives?
I don't know. That seems to accompany what he does do. And in the Pratt case, we have the stolen watch, and then the vehicles in both cases. So he tends to, at least in these two cases, walk away with something.
What was the time difference between two different instances?
2 days.
2 days. And those are the only two that he's being charged with right now, two particular robberies?
Yes, ma'am.
Was Mr. Scott known to the victim in the December 23rd assault?
No, ma'am. He's not.
And the victims don't recall seeing him when they were out and about or maybe in the neighborhood before?
The difference there is that in the Pratt case, at least that we know at this point, Mr. Pratt walked in on a burglary and became a victim. In the other case, in the Casa de Topaz, there's a different set of circumstances, again, that will have to come out after we get to court.
But the victims didn't know the suspect until the day that the attack happened.
In the first case, in the Casa de Topaz, they did know, but not in the Pratt case.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that first case, what exactly happened?
Again, there's certain things that just have to be held until the prosecutor talks to us about it. But again, the assaults and the manner of assaults and things like that are very similar.
So he's not yet being charged in that original assault. It's just in the Pratt case right
No,
now?
ma'am. The warrants have been issued in the Casa de Topaz case. There's a $10,000 bond on that. And I will also tell you that during his initial appearance in Phoenix, the judge set a $100,000 bond on this Pratt case. Now, when the case arrives at the hands of our prosecutor, that could change. But we'll just have to wait and see what they do.
So the apartment robbery came before the Pratt robbery?
Yes, ma'am. That was on December
And
23rd.
because of that case, you guys were able to link the suspect and find who you were looking for?
Again, the detectives were sitting down comparing notes to these cases and found them to be similar.
Did Mr. Scott admit to both robberies?
No. His, from what I am told by my detectives, he makes certain incriminating comments, but we'll have to see how the prosecutor goes on.
But obviously, even though he hasn't admitted to anything, there's more than enough evidence for you guys to start linking everything.
Our detectives were given the go-ahead from the prosecuting attorney's office to book him on the assault on Mr. Pratt.
Chief, did you or your detectives speak to Mr. Pratt and tell him we have a gentleman in custody? And what was his reaction, if not yours first, to have a gentleman like this off the streets?
I personally spoke with Mr. Pratt, and there has been other communication from other detectives interested in this case. Mr. Pratt and his family, I can tell you without any hesitancy that they're very grateful that this has gotten to this point, that an arrest has been made, that the arrest has been timely. I'm personally, as a citizen of the city, I'm very glad we've got him in a position where he can't hurt anybody else.
You know, as a citizen, you can only do so much to protect your house, but somebody can still invade, your personal property, your personal space. Any words from maybe in the community how they can better protect themselves?
I think it always falls back to just be cognizant of your surroundings. Just be aware. We can't walk through life being worried about shadows. But just be smart, be intelligent.
Well, neighbors need to maybe not so much visit with each other every day, but look out for the next guy too as well. Keep your eyes on them.
Good neighbors is a good policy.
Is there anything about, Mr. Pratt, he was pretty badly beaten up that day. Is he expected to make a full recovery soon?
From what I can tell in my visits with him, facially he's healing nicely. Certainly I'm no doctor, but the bruising is going away. I think we can all be sympathetic to what he went through. This was brutal. It was life-frightening. When you're bound and beaten, that changes your outlook on a lot of things. But Mr. Pratt seems to be doing very nicely.
And in terms of his possessions and things that were stolen, were they recovered when the suspect was arrested?
We recovered the vehicle, his Yukon, a couple days before his arrest, and we're waiting to turn it back to the family now. The watch, we have a good idea where it's at, but the detectives are still trying to take it back.
Was there anything else that were taken?
Not that I'm aware of.
It really is. He went through a lot. You talk about being beaten and nothing. He was on the ground for like 5-6 hours
Yes.
to back up his business.
Yes.
He's been through a lot. And now we've got this, it's just a good thing all the way around.
Yeah, it's a good solution. The guys and both agencies did very well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.